Hi everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the rules engine changes for Nintex Forms for Nintex Workflow Cloud. So first, let's go and have a look at the existing experience in Nintex Forms for Nintex Workflow Cloud. So clicking on the rules engine, we have the rules tab, we have form load, form input, and form submit. Now the form load rules execute when the form is loaded, obviously, form input when the user interacts with keyboard or mouse, and form submit when the submit button is clicked. So the form load rules had very limited choices. They had the ability to set the rule name. It then also executed when the form loaded, but you can also have query string parameter key value pairs as well. Now the only reason we saw people using these rules is really to set default values. But now in the config panel of each control, we now have a default value. So if I have the email control here, I can actually set the default value and I can put query string parameters in here as well. So it didn't really have a lot of use, the form load rules, once we start introducing these new capabilities. So that's why we're actually getting rid of form load rules. Now let's have a look at the form input rules. So in this example, I've got the set the email. So if the yes no is yes, then the email value is ewangamble@nintex.com, else it's blank. So let's go and have a look and see how that executes. Well, let's have a look at the form actually. So is this put to yes? So it's set to yes. I'll go to preview and it checks it to yes, but then it doesn't set my email yet. So if I turn that on, then turn it off, and then it actually executes because the form input rules occur when I interact with the form through keyboard and mouse. So the final thing we'll have a look at is the form submit rules. So if the email contains Ewan, so if the email contains Ewan, email show validation message with that validation message. So I come to preview. Same thing happens again. The email hasn't been set, uncheck, check it again, comes through. Press submit, and then it tells me that error message. If I'm going to be smart and change my name, nothing's occurred. I've clicked away and it still hasn't changed that error message. So it makes me feel like there's still an error. I finally click submit and the error goes away. So in the new rules engine, we've changed a lot of these issues that you previously might have had. So coming across to the new rules engine, same form. So the yes no is yes, nothing in the default value. So let's go and have a look at the rules. Now there's no form load rules anymore. There are only form rules. So here we have set the email. If the yes no is yes, the email value is my email address. Otherwise it's blank. So let's go back into the preview and see what happens. Straight away, the default value has been triggered for yes, and the form knows to just execute those rules anytime. It doesn't matter if the user's interacted with the form or not, and it's gone and set my email address. So another change you'll notice is also on the form submit rules. So check if the email contains Ewan, then it's going to show me that validation message, just like we saw before. So I put my email address in here, I press submit, and it's going to tell me that there's an error in the form. Now if I go and change this, and then I might click to another field, the validation message goes away. So they're the main changes that you'll notice in the rules engine for Nintex Forms for Nintex Workflow Cloud. And as I said, form load rules will get a message if you are still using them to tell you that they're deprecating, and you'll still be able to maintain them as far as maintaining existing rules. You won't be able to create new rules, but you'll be able to modify and delete the old form load rules and convert them into form rules in the future. Hope that's helpful. Let us know in the comments. Cheers.